Hey guys, welcome to my show today, Voice of the Wanderer. I'm your host, Freddie J. Hey guys, welcome to my podcast today. I'm your host, Freddie J, and with me in the house, I have Marie Mika. And I'm sure you guys are wondering why do I pronounce her name that way, but she was very specific. She wanted me to pronounce her name that way. So Marie Mika.
Yes, sir.
It's wonderful to have you here today. I am privileged and I'm excited.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course. So before we go further to talk more, I would like to formally introduce you to our fans and viewers. When I say introduction, I'm pretty sure you're like, oh, I'm going to tell him my name. No. We want to go in depth. We want to know the Marie Mika that people don't know about. So, will you do us the honor and tell us about you, please?
I am a Caribbean woman, originally from Haiti, and I'm
like Haiti.
Yes, Port-au-Prince, Haiti, the first independent slavery abolition group. That's us.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm from Miami.
Wait, you from Haiti and you from Miami?
Yeah, well, I was raised in Miami.
So you bougie.
Why does that make me bougie?
It's Miami, Florida. Come on, you're bougie.
No, I come from humble beginnings.
And
yeah,
how is it going?
It's going good. It's going really good.
So when did you move to Miami?
When I was 5 years old.
When you're 5 years old?
Yeah, my father was an immigrant man that left Haiti as soon as I was born, set out to America.
So your parents are immigrants?
Yes.
Wow, so we have that in common. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We're very special.
Agreed. Namaste. All right, so that's awesome. So keep going. Tell us more.
Yeah. I am a part of a family of 6 siblings. I have 3 other siblings. And yeah, now I'm in Kentucky. I am a cop and a mom. And I guess that's it.
You got 6 siblings?
No, I'm a family of 6. My mom, dad.
6. Okay, mom and dad.
And then 3 other siblings. Okay.
So you have your mom and dad has 4 kids. Yes. What's your number?
I am the 3rd child.
You're the 3rd, so you're almost the last.
Yeah, I was supposed to be the last, but
supposed to be last.
My little sister was there. I miss you, baby.
So your dad was like, oh gosh,
he could not wait.
There's one more.
As soon as we came in 1997, my sister was born in 1997.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, he impregnated my mom immediately.
Props to your dad, though. He was focused.
Very much.
He was very.
He is obsessed with my mom.
That's good, though. That's how it should be like. Are they still married?
Yeah, 36 years. They just celebrated 36 years, July 10th.
That's what's up. So today we're gonna be talking about gender roles. I know when we talk about gender roles, a lot of things come to mind. Gender roles, it could be like in a home, it could be like in a society, it could be in general. But we're just gonna hit some few points. And the purpose is to get to know what you think about it. Just your opinion only. I mean, to each their own. There's gonna be someone out there who doesn't agree with you, though, and that's totally fine. But still, my job today is to get information from you and learn from you and all that stuff. I mean, you're a mom, right?
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure you know a lot about your gender. And,
I do. You
have a son, correct?
Yes. I have a son and a daughter, and I was married. I am divorced.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That is nice. We'll come back to, your career, though. I mean, you mentioned you were a cop.
Yes.
I think that fits into our topic. So we'll touch that very soon.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so my first question for you is going to be, how do you define gender roles and what impact does it have in our society today?
Well, I see gender roles as obviously male and female. We were created this way. And yes, even though society tries to have a different depiction of gender, but I didn't need a book to be a woman. You know, I was just a woman. I was born a woman. My biology, everything that, you know, I guess all of the tools I needed just made me a woman. And I fell right into it.
Okay. So that's your opinion. That's what you think gender role is. Okay, so I just going to Google real quick to see what gender role is, and I'm going to read it out for both of us.
Okay.
So it says the role or behavior considered to be appropriate to a particular gender as determined by prevailing cultural norms. So in other words, this is my understanding that gender roles is basically like your cultural stuff, like your cultural norms. I'm African. In a Nigerian home, the dad is the provider and the mom is the homemaker. She takes care of the kids and all that stuff. I mean, in this society today, it's different. You know, today we have working class moms. I mean, you're a working class mom, you know. You provide and all that stuff. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. You know, times have changed. Things are changing. You know?
I agree. And yeah, you're right. I have grown up to see my mom, you know, be the nurturer and be the one that takes care of the ins and outs of the home, and my dad be the provider. Especially since my mom being an immigrant woman who really didn't grow up with a lot of education, so my father didn't want to see her cleaning houses and things like that. So yeah, I grew up to see him take on more of the provider role in our home. So yeah.
So question. Do you feel, what do you think though? What do you prefer? Do you prefer that to continue? I mean, it's changing right now. I mean, you didn't follow your parents' footsteps. I mean, you're a working class mom, you know, you have a career, which I'm sure you love, you know, are you proud of? Back in the day, it wasn't like that. So if you had your way, would you want to go back?
So I've gotten a chance to see many different dynamics within my community.
Okay.
And before I was a cop, I was first a stay-at-home mom, and obviously the life that my ex-husband provided for us did not allow me to maintain being a stay-at-home mom. So going into my career, it was more so for survival for my kids and continuing to provide a life for them that would afford them more opportunities that me being a stay-at-home mom and their dad being the man that worked did not provide for them. So I think it was more so for survival. So yeah, I think I would have traditionally chosen to be a stay-at-home mom if I had that opportunity with my ex.
Is it because it's easier to stay home and not go to work?
No, I believe that being a mom is a harder job. A full-time mom is a much harder job than going out. Like going out to work for me in a sense is, even though I am in a dangerous field, it is like a stress reliever. Like being able to be out there and not just have to, you know, pay attention to the kids and only be about the kids and cooking and cleaning and things like that. People forget that being at home with kids, you have to also make sure that they are not only taken care of, but their education, their health, and on top of that, your husband's health, his career, you know, all of those things have to be aligned. And I think sometimes when people don't really budget for that, what ends up happening for a stay-at-home mom is that everybody else is being taken care of, but she's not being taken care of. So I believe like the new word is a cared for woman and not necessarily a stay-at-home wife, because that person is able to not only take care of her husband and her kids, but she's still able to have a life outside of the home.
Okay. I think that's an interesting view you just put out there. But I got a question for you though.
Yes.
So in what ways do you feel gender roles influences like career choices?
Oh, well, since I'm in a male dominated field, I do believe that for me to even have entered this type of field, I did have to go into the I can do it, but not necessarily the, oh, if a man could do it, I could do it. It was more so of, I need to tap into this other side of me that is not weak. Because when you traditionally, see a woman, we're more like damsels in distress. So when I was going through the academy and things like that, I couldn't depend on my male partners to help me through the academy. Those push-ups, those sit-ups, those runs, it was all on me. It was, I had to tap into myself to be like, girl, you had 2 babies, so you can push. You need to use that strength to push through. But still, though, in this type of dynamic, in this world, especially being in a male-dominated field, I do feel like you do have to maintain being a woman and not take on the attitude of your male colleagues. You have to go against the grain because you are expected to be tough like men. And I do not believe that I am like a man. I know where my strengths are, and that's what I bring to the job, despite it being a male-dominated field.
When you just mentioned being, working in a male-dominated industry, that got me thinking though, because I'm in the military, and in the military we're all about equity. I don't care what anyone feels though, but I care, but this is my own opinion. I don't think we created equally. I don't think male and female are equal, like the man and the woman. But I know that equity, we can attain equity. So coming back to what you just said, so when you were at the academy, you had to do push-ups and all that stuff. Did you get any special treatment? Was it the same grading system?
Yes.
For male and female?
Yes.
So you had to do the same amount of push-ups, sit-ups, and all that stuff?
It goes by your weight.
Your weight class?
Mm-hmm, your weight class. So, okay. What do you call it? I don't know the names, but when we have to take the bar off the bar and push like half our body weight, things like that, it goes by weight. So it doesn't matter whether you're male or female, you still have to hit.
How did that make you feel? Because from what I'm tracking, we don't have the same body composition. From studies have shown that males are usually, we have, stronger upper bodies, like upper body strength, while females have stronger core or stronger leg strength. So how did that make you feel? Did you feel you were treated fairly? Being made to go through the same rigorous exercises and tests that the males had to go through?
Well, I didn't even think about it like that when I was in the academy. I was just, like, anytime I didn't do so well with a test or something like that, I just went and trained more. Okay. I didn't think that, as a female, I'm weaker and I shouldn't be doing this. I was just always like, okay, I'm weak in this area, so that's what I focused on.
Okay.
And there's a female, I will say that she is more of a male. Like in our academy, I'm actually super close to her, and she actually outlifted most of our guys. So
she was like that strong?
Yes. and so she's the one that trained me to help me, because nice. it wasn't, this, you're weak. She never felt sorry for me, and that's what I need. Like, I don't like people feeling sorry for me just because I'm a woman.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sweet. All right, let's go back into the house. Yes. I love the home stuff.
Yeah.
So, in the home, in what ways do gender roles affect parenting and family dynamics? how can we encourage more equitable distribution of responsibilities?
Okay, I'll say this. In modern times, it is not like, back in the day where, the man is the only provider.
Yeah.
If you do have a woman that is going to work just as much as you're going to work, if the days where she's at work and she's just, has more things to do as a partner, you should, that man should take on, the same load that she's taking on, making sure that the house is clean and that there's a meal for her to come home to. But what I'm seeing is that there's not really equitable differences, or I don't know, split of responsibilities in that sense. When a woman goes to work, she's still going to work and then coming home and having to put in more work because she's expected to be the nurturer still in the home, which is really causing a big division in homes right now.
Okay, sweet. I just ran straight to Google real quick to Google equity to know what equity means.
Yes.
So from Google said equity is the quality of being fair and impartial. Example, equity of treatment. So my question goes like this. In a scenario whereby the man is the provider of the home, he brings money, puts money on the table. He brings, literally brings the food home, even though the lady makes the food and all that stuff. So he works hard. He works long hours. Do you expect that man to come home and also help with cooking? He's providing.
That's in a traditional home.
Okay.
But what I just said was a woman that's working.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, if the woman is also working, that man cannot that man can't think that she's going to be giving everything, because that means now there's two incomes coming in.
Mm-hmm. And
nowadays, some guys want to quickly say things like 50-50, but don't realize, like, in a home, the check is coming. both of their checks are coming into the home.
Yeah.
And so, like, my dad loves to, say the 70-30. A man most of the time is giving 70, and that's in finances, and the woman is giving 30. But in the home, the woman is usually giving 70 and the man is only giving 30. And sometimes, like, we don't realize that. So yes, if you're a traditional man, truly traditional, yeah, of course that woman wouldn't think that you're gonna come home and be cooking and cleaning and doing all of those things. But I've also seen in homes where the man is mostly the one that is always outside. He has come in and helped his wife that's been with the kids all day, because he also understands she's been dealing with noise and stress all day in the home, and he sees that as a lot of work as well. So I think it's having a partner that both sees that you both are weak in the areas where you're supposed to be strong in.
Okay. I think that's a wonderful way to see it. My next question goes like this. How do gender roles intersect with other aspects of identity, such as race, ethnicity, sexuality, and disability?
Well, I guess let's break them apart.
Okay.
What was the first one?
So how do gender roles intersect with other aspects of identity, such as race?
Race. Okay. So as far as race, this is such a touchy subject.
Yeah.
But when it comes to gender roles, when it comes to Black women, because I am a Black woman, that is my experience. I do feel as though we are seen to carry more weight. And that's because, since the beginning of time, we were the maids, we were the cooks, we were the cleaners. And so it's like, to see a Black woman living a more soft and peaceful life, some people get upset about it because they're so used to only seeing us being hardcore.
Yeah.
And things like that. And so other race of women it's easier for people to see them be more gentle and treated, more dainty, because that's how society has made it seem like,
I respect that. What role does social media or the media in general and advertising play in perpetuating or challenging gender roles and stereotypes?
Oh, the media is cruel. Yeah,
How's that?
because it'll make, if you only look at the media, it'll make you hate one another when it comes to gender. It'll make you think that men hate women and women hate men, and that there's no happy homes, and that there's no peace when it comes to gender roles if you're looking at the media only.
Okay.
But let's go back. I wanted to hit the sexual, like the different parts of
Sexuality
hmm
and disability.
So as far as sexuality comes, one of the things that I hear often is that, oh, men are far more sexual than women, and men, women are far more prunes, when that's not really the case. But society makes it seem that way, and it's, I know it's more so because women, like it's sex, like for us it's sexy to see a man cook for us or clean for us, right, in a relationship. So then that makes us horny, and oh, I'm very sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. And so society will make you think that, oh, a man that's always trying to touch us and want to have intercourse, that we don't want that, but it's more so the woman is tired and don't feel as though she's appreciated in that way, so it doesn't turn her on. It's just we get turned on differently. So I think that's not fair.
So you would like to see a man cook for you?
Oh, I do like that. Yeah, that's sexy.
Good to know. Hey guys, did you guys hear that? She would like for a guy to cook for her. Okay. Touche. How do workplaces create a more inclusive environment free from rigid gender expectations and bias? Before you answer that question, I want to share an experience with you.
Okay.
At work, I think a few years ago, a year or two ago, there was an officer who there was a EO complaint, which means equal opportunity complaint. It's like an army stuff. Against him that he was being sexist. And what did he do? He made a statement, and his statement was tailored towards the idea that because a particular soldier was female, she couldn't achieve what the males could achieve fitness wise, and she wasn't pleased about that, and she filed a complaint against him. So let's bring that to this question: how do workplace create a more inclusive environment free from rigid gender expectations and bias?
Oh man, I think no matter what, and this is just only my opinion, I don't think that's ever going to change.
Okay.
Because the company may write down a lot of policy changes and things like that, but you can't really change how the person in power acts towards a different sex.
True.
It could be a woman that's sexist against men, and it could be a man that's sexist against the woman, and there could be policy, but there's so much microaggression that happens that is only relative to a person. Like I've dealt with that, and I don't want to go around being like, oh, you're being sexist against me. I mean, when I feel it, I just take note, and I'm just like, okay, that's how this person feels, so I just kind of stay away from it. But there are more women that are more vocal about it, and yeah, that's why you'll get a complaint. My main concern is to provide for my kids, so sometimes I'm not as vocal when it comes to like little microaggressions that I feel like goes on. So
okay, that makes sense. How can education system let me go back. How can education system promote awareness and understanding of diverse gender identities and roles? What role does education have to play in this whole stuff we're talking about, like gender roles, equity, equality, and all that stuff?
I think overall education society, we are way more sensitive now. So I think the conversation, education, all of that is always going to be lost in translation. You know, we're going, educators are going against how someone was raised. And yes, you can, teach them things, but at the end of the day, it has to be self that see, okay, there's something wrong with my mentality against sexism or whatever. And so I have to make that conscious choice to not be sexist. But you can't really change that amongst the masses, going against how they're raised.
That's true. I agree. Anyways, we're gonna draw the curtain for today. But before we go, I would like to say this: hey guys, assist your women. They like to see you cook. Cook for them.
Come with your shirts off.
I didn't hear that. But anyways, it's been nice to have you here in the studio, or in the house. I hope in the future we get to revisit this topic and other topics. I think you bring a lot of experience to the table, being a black Haitian woman from bougie Miami, Florida, who is a cop and a mom. She has a career. I think you bring a lot to the table, and in the future I would like us to talk more about what you do for a living and all that stuff, and the danger. I know a lot of people like the danger. They won't want to hear about your experiences on the streets and all that stuff.
Well, I can't share that much, but yes.
It's okay. Your boss is not going to find out.
Yes, they do.
Anyways, it was nice to have you, though.
It was nice to be here. Thank you so much.